full strength and was mature.
Yeah.
So there can be anything between
Now we're gonna okay. So now we
anything between 20 and 120.
again. Okay, but now we're gonna find out it's 40. Chapter 46, verse 15.
46.
Verse 15. The Quran defines the age of maturity as 40. 46. Chapter 46, verse 15. Quran defines the age of maturity as 40.
There are no laws passed in Parliament right here in London saying that we should donate money to free the white slaves taken to Northern Africa.
Yeah. Yep.
40.
Now, okay. So now we know that the age of maturity.
Where were we before? His full strength and the age of maturity.
The age of maturity is 40.
At least 40.
Okay. Now we know. Okay. That's good.
Because also here you have full strength in 28.
No, but here he's talking about maturity at 40. Yeah, okay, so now we know. Trying to be around the bush, I know what you're doing. And then now, if you look at chapter 28, verse 27, it says he served his father-in-law for about 8 to 10 years.
8 to 10 years?
Yeah, and after, yeah, chapter 28, verse 27.
Okay. So
now,
you're saying the counts of the years of Moses in the Quran are different from in
the Bible.
Exodus?
Yep.
The book of Exodus?
Yeah, very different because one is saying 40 and one is saying 80. Now, can I finish? Because my point isn't finished. So now that it's saying, so now we know that the encounter with Pharaoh happened around the age of 50. Yeah, so around the age of 50. Now, if you look at the chronology of the pharaohs, there is a pharaoh. I can't remember his name. Ramesses II. Yeah, Ramesses II. He is the only pharaoh who ruled for 63 years.
He's one of the candidates, yeah.
Yeah, so he is the only candidate for the Quranic thing, for the Quranic narrative, because he ruled for 63. The Exodus happened at the Moses when he was around the age of 50. So we know that it happened during the time of Ramesses II. So we know that there is a pharaoh who fits into the Quranic narrative of the age of 50. But because the Bible is saying the age of 80, there isn't a single pharaoh who ruled for that number. There's two pharaohs. Because the Bible even mentioned there's two pharaohs, not even one, just two. So there's a bigger time span here. But even then,
it looks to me like Pharaoh or Moses was adopted by the daughter of Pharaoh in one dynasty. Then the next dynasty took over. That was part of why he had to flee. But to be honest, the dating of Moses to me is not 100% clear. It could be Ramses II. It could be a few others.
For who? For the Bible or for the Quran?
For me, because the Bible doesn't give a name of.
Yeah, no, but it doesn't. But it says that he was 80 years old when the burning bush account happened. So if he was 80 years old, there isn't a single two pharaohs who ruled for that time span. That's what I'm saying. So the Bible cannot be.
I think there could be various pharaohs in between.
In between the thing.
In between the two.
But doesn't it say that there are only two pharaohs?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, I gave you the reference, remember?
But I don't think so.
I gave you the reference, remember? Chapter 2, verse 15 to 23. Let me get up as well so I can see.
That's Exodus now, yeah?
Yeah, Exodus.
2.
Chapter 2, verse 15 to 23.
Why you drink too much beer? Jesus, he say you don't drink beer. Yeah, he say you don't drink beer. You can every week drink beer.
So, you agree?
So, Pharaoh heard of him, he sought to kill Moses, but Pharaoh fled. Already this could have been a second Pharaoh, not the...
Straight after, I don't...
Because it's I don't know, because it's not clear which Pharaoh does what. Moses could have been born under one Pharaoh, and then there's another Pharaoh
the
that
Bible
wants to kill him.
lacks clarity.
Yeah?
The Bible lacks clarity. So then would you say...
Yeah, the Bible lacks clarity about who Pharaoh is, because to the Bible, Pharaoh is...
So would you say the Quran offers a better account?
The Bible, I don't know.
A more clear and better, more reliable account?
I don't know. Because I don't
Because
know
the
if
historical evidence agrees with us, remember.
does the Quran explain why God delivered the people out of Egypt, why He delivered them out of slavery? Does the Quran explain how that happened?
Yeah, but no, but we're talking about the time, the
Yeah.
age, the years. That's what we're talking about.
Okay. Now, I would say the timing of Moses,
Yeah.
I've said already, is not 100% clear to me.
Yeah.
It's open to debate. But the meaning is clear to me.
The meaning, but remember, we're not talking about the meaning, we're talking about the years. And remember, our topic was which one is more historically reliable and accurate. So then, would you say the Quran is more reliable in this case? Because it's giving us the exact time span and history agrees with us.
No, we can conclude that the Quran and the Bible and the Exodus do not agree on the dates. Which one is more reliable? I don't know yet.
Because you told me that the Bible doesn't clearly tell us how many pharaohs or something, whereas it does indicate that there's two, but there could be some in between, and we don't know the exact years, and the historical evidence might not support it.
Because
But where's the
that's
Bi-
not, that's not the point of the story. The
No, but point of the story isn't that. That's not that though. That's not the topic of. That's not the topic of the debate. The topic is which one is more historically accurate. Not which one offers a better meaning.
Well, we can conclude they don't agree. Which one is more accurate?
Now, my conclusion, how I'm thinking is that the Quran offers a much more reliable and accurate account and clear account than the Bible.
Clear is not always more accurate.
Yeah, okay, but I would say it's more accurate because the history agrees with what the Quran is saying. The Quranic interpretation of the story of Moses, there is a historical account as well that would agree with that. Like I said, Ramesses II, he ruled for 63 years, and Moses was about 50 when the Exodus happened, so it'd be 63, it would agree.
I'm not convinced that Ramesses II was the pharaoh of Moses' time because he's not mentioned here. So
Yeah, no, but we can deduce.
I would need to study. I would need to study exactly which pharaoh came when.
Yeah.
There is quite a big window of when the Exodus exactly happened.
Yeah.
Of course, it happened before
08.
1280. It could be 100 years before, or 200 or 300.
Yeah, but we know it happened in the New Kingdom. That much we do know. Because Moses lived in the New Kingdom.
Well, there is I'm not.
No,
biggest on-
this we can date. Historians do date him to the New Kingdom. This is like majority consensus on that. That's it. Okay, sorry. That's alright.
But there is the interesting historic fact that there was a time when the Hyksos started ruling Egypt. They were the Hyksos.
No,
They were Hebrews that came out of Mesopotamia
Yeah,
and actually took over the running of Egypt.
yeah.
That sort of links in with the time when Joseph would have come to Egypt with his Hebrew family group.
Talking about Joseph now.
Yeah, but of course that's how the Israelites ended up there. And those Hyksos were later kicked out. So that could come at the same time as...
On the topic of Joseph, I have the references now if you want. You know, the king and the pharaoh, I can explain it a bit better if you... Yeah, sure, I'll go ahead. So, I actually have the website up as well this time. Please,
You see, half of the book of Genesis is about Joseph. So he's a very important figure in the books of Moses.
Okay, so now let's get out for the... We were talking about Joseph, right? Pharaoh or king, right? Right, let me just get the reference up. Give me 30 seconds. Here we go. Pharaoh or king, right? So we agreed that the Bible only uses the term Pharaoh for both Joseph and Moses, right?
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah. Like for example, Exodus 12:31. During the night it was Pharaoh. Genesis 14:14. For Joseph it mentions Pharaoh as well. Yeah. Okay, so they both mention Pharaoh. Yeah. Now, the Quran for I told you for Joseph it doesn't mention the word Pharaoh. It mentions the word king, Malik, which means majesty. Sorry. Malik means king, right? Only king. Are there any other meanings? King, right? Only king. He knows Arabic, so only king.
Even I don't know.
Okay, that's good then, that's good. Okay, but Pharaoh, it meant great house during the time of Joseph, right? and we get that from utterance 533. If you search, if you find out utterance 533, it basically unlocked hieroglyphics. I said hieroglyphics, and so from that we know that the word Pharaoh before the New Kingdom, the time of Moses, it meant great house, and not king. But so why does the Quran not use the word Pharaoh for Joseph? And why does the Bible use both Pharaoh for both Joseph and Moses, when at the time of Joseph it didn't mean thing?
Yeah, I think I commented that already.
Yeah, what did you say?
It could be the Arabic translation of Pharaoh.
Means only king. And but then why would you not use Pharaoh for Malik for Moses?
The other cases, yeah,
that's the problem. That's the problem. So that's what I'm saying. That argument can't work. That argument can't work. No, it doesn't work.
I can give you an idea, but I can't really answer the question.
No, that argument doesn't work. To say that where the word what do you say? The word king is an interpretation.
They've taken the translation, the Arabic word for Pharaoh.
Yeah, and we've said it as king.
I'm not a linguist.
Yeah, but if you're saying that they're both interchangeable, then that argument doesn't work, because why would you only use king for Joseph, only Pharaoh for thing? And it only makes sense because at the time of Moses it's Pharaoh, and at the time of Joseph it's king. That's what I'm saying. But the Bible uses both Pharaoh. So why does the Bible use both Pharaoh?
Because effectively, as I said, the books of Moses were written at the time of Moses or after, so they would have used the language of that time to describe.
That's fine.
Something like
that's why they wrote it like that, right?
Huh?
But that's why they wrote it like that. But then would you say, because of the historical, what I've told you now, and historically, would the Quran be more accurate by saying that by using the term king and Pharaoh, would it be more accurate than the Bible in using just Pharaoh? Would you agree on that?
I would need to check that. I don't know if that is so.
What do you mean? Like,
because
wait,
also,
are you like?
I
go
said,
ahead.
the timing of Moses.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced that we know exactly which Pharaoh that was. The same at the time of Joseph. I'm not convinced we know exactly which Pharaoh we're talking about.
Yeah.
Or was
That's fine. That's fine. I would agree with you. But at least we know the kingdoms they were in. Can you agree with that?
Well,
because that's a big time span. An entire kingdom spans hundreds of years.
thousands of years.
Yeah. So then would you at least agree that we can be sure about which kingdom they were in?
Yeah. Again, I'm not familiar enough with Egyptian history. It's been a while since I studied this particular subject.
How about next week then? You can do a bit of research, and next week I'll be here next week this time.
Yeah, I can sharpen it up a little bit to see.
Yeah. All right.
But
no problem.
I do think there is something. There is a famous person in Egyptian history.
Yeah.
At the same time, they built storehouses, big storehouses. That could be Amenhotep. That could have been Joseph.
Okay, so next week find out about this thing, and then we'll talk again. It's all right.
But also, if we talk about it again another time, the meaning of the whole story.
Yeah, you want to talk about that?
Huh?
You want to talk about the meaning now or another time?
If you're ready now, we can do it now. We can do it another time.
Do you need to go or? Alright. Now I was hoping I would go and speak to see the other debates and stuff. Maybe next week. I'll be here next week. We can talk about it because we had like an hour discussion.